Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video where you join me today with all three cars here lined up for a bit of an update video. It's been a while since I've had all three on camera in one video. It does look pretty cool having them all next to each other, not gonna lie. But there's been a lot of stuff which has happened or is happening with the cars, hence why this video is a thing. There's a lot going on with the M140i, or will be very soon, so I thought I'd bring that in. And also the two Golfs, unfortunately, have seen better days. You guys already know about the Golf R and what happened with that, although to be honest, we're not really 100% sure what the issue is. And the Golf GTI actually has quite a few things wrong with it, so I thought I'd just give you guys a full update video, bring you up to speed with everything which is going on with these three. But before we get cracking, I'd just like to give a massive thank you to Car Vertical for once again coming out and supporting me by sponsoring today's video. If you guys haven't heard me speak about Car Vertical before, basically what it is a handy tool which helps you find an honest and true used car. It's available in over 20 countries, and for a small cost you can get a full and comprehensive report of any specific used car. Simply input the registration number or chassis number in on their website, and like I said, for a small cost you'll be given a full and comprehensive report of that car. Now, Car Vertical checks through multiple registries and databases and checks for things like whether a car's been stolen, whether it's been previously damaged, whether it's been imported or exported, to name a few. And in short, something which you definitely need to do to make sure that the car that you're buying has not had any hidden history or any nasty stories. An example of a car which unfortunately does have some checkered history is this 718 Cayman. As you can see from the damage photos included in the report, the car has been involved in a pretty serious accident in the past. As you can see from the spotted activity tab, the car was involved in an accident when it was only 5 months old, with a mileage reading of a mere 452 miles. Since then though, it seems the car has been repaired and sold to a new owner who hopefully was made aware of its past. Now remember, you guys can get 10% off the Car Vertical check by following the link in the top of the video description. But once again, a big thank you to Car Vertical for sponsoring today's video. So yeah, as I mentioned in the intro, it is actually a rare thing to have all three cars next to each other and on the same video. Unfortunately, due to basically the two Golfs being out of action, I'm actually having to daily the M140i, and so as I'll show you in a moment, that thing is absolutely filthy. But yeah, in short, these two unfortunately do have some issues which we do need to get fixed. The Golf R, the last outing with that was of course at tracks at Silverstone. We still have obviously the little stickers and stuff on the windows. On track it was absolutely brilliant. Now of course with the Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres on it, made a huge difference to the car, and there's still plenty more which needs to be done to the car. I think off the top of my head the next thing which is happening is actually the coilovers, so that's something which you guys can look forward to. And also whilst we're there, I think we're going to have the car looked at the possible coil pack issue. That's basically what I think is the problem which caused the car to go into limp mode, but we'll get onto that a little bit later on. The GTI, again, absolutely filthy. This has been sitting around for a little while because this thing has developed actually quite a number of issues. I think there's 6 or 7 warning lights on the dash, but again, I'll get onto that in a moment. But I'd just like to cast your guys' attention to the absolute state of the M140i at the moment. Of course, the last thing which was done was the Motec 6-pot big brake kit up front, but look at the brake dust on this thing. Look at that. Oh, grim. This thing has not been washed in a long old while, as you can see down here. Side skirt picking up all the dirt and grime. Of course, here in the UK we're approaching winter where the roads get absolutely filthy, so I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle to keep this thing clean, especially as this is the daily at the moment. But anyway, let me move the 140 and the Golf R out of the way. We'll focus on this thing because this is probably the one I'm most concerned about at the moment, the Mark 5 GTI. So the other two cars are just out of the way so we can focus on this thing for a little while. The workhorse of the fleet, I suppose you could say, the true daily driver, actually getting really, really close to 100,000 miles on this car. Unfortunately, over the last kind of 3 or 4 weeks now, it's basically just been parked up, not being used. And that is down to multiple faults with the car, which I'll get onto. We hop inside the car, start it up, and I'll show you exactly what it is and what I think it is. Although a couple of updates with the exterior of the car, of course, you guys would have seen recently. we fitted springs and spacers on the car up at NV Motorsport, so the car is looking really, really good now. The ride height is absolutely perfect, and some of you guys may also spy a new set of tyres. We've got Michelin PS4s all around the car now. At least we've got the tyres sorted and the ride height sorted, but unfortunately we just need to give a little bit of attention to the mechanical side of things, and also a little bit of cleaning as well, as it's just been sat around for a while. It is absolutely filthy, definitely in need of a good birthday. But let's just hop inside the car and we can start it up and show you my Christmas tree, which has unfortunately been put up a little bit early. Okay, yeah, 98,400 miles on the clock. And those are the warning lights. Oh dear. So, if I just close the door quickly. So, I think basically, in short, one of the major fault, or one of the main faults, should I say, is is a wheel speed sensor fault. I think this is quite common with these things. Of course, yeah, you see the front left dip beam is also not working. But a wheel speed sensor. So I first noticed this actually. I was on a motorway doing quite a long run, and basically the speedo basically just went to zero, and that's obviously a fairly obvious sign of fault. But at that stage I did already have quite a few warning lights on the dash, so I believe that's the power steering light, the ABS light, and the traction light also came on. I had a quick Google, and it seems that that is pretty categoric side effects of a failed wheel speed sensor. Those of you wondering about the airbag light, that is actually my fault. When I took the seats out of the car to give them a clean, I just forgot to disconnect the battery, so that's just a case of hopefully coding that out. Of course, the TPS light, that's just your usual thing. The dipped beam, that is something which, again, really annoying. So the wheel speed sensor failed on one day, and literally the next day, the light came up to say that the dip beam on the near side had failed. So that's basically when I made the decision to just take the car off the road, stop driving it, start dailing the M140i, and that was actually about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it's been sat around for quite a while. For those of you wondering why I haven't sorted it, I've just been so busy, but hopefully we'll get this thing sorted and on the road again soon. But yeah, as I mentioned, 98,400 miles on the clock now, so really not too far to go to 100,000, but I think it is a bit early to put a Christmas tree up, so these lights all need to go. Yeah, just one of those things, high mileage car, and I think that the issues that we've got are fairly common things. If you guys want to see kind of a video getting everything sorted, there are actually a couple of other things which are bugging me at the moment, which need to be done. There is an intermittent engine warning light, which quite hilariously went out when all these other ones came on, so I'm just, well, it's only a matter of time before that comes back and says hello. But yeah, all in all, the car is great, absolutely love it. It's a great mole muncher, but just, I don't know, it's getting on a bit, and so you're going to get a few issues. But yeah, in short, that's basically the latest with the GTI. It's a bit poorly. So, the Golf R. This again has been sat for quite a few weeks as well. In fact, the last time I drove it was literally in limp mode back from tracks at Silverstone. Now, since that day, the video has gone live. Of course, it actually went live quite a few weeks ago now. About the issue which I had with this car. I am fairly sure the coil packs are at least part of the issue. Maybe fuel surge was also an issue with the car. Although, I don't know. The hesitations on acceleration is something I've noticed with the car, even before the track day, something which I've noticed whilst driving the car on the road. Maybe it's something which I should have just got changed anyway, but that's basically the reason why I think that the coil packs is the source of the issue with this car. Maybe if I had some more common sense, I would actually have more fuel in the car, but that day was actually right in the thick of the fuel shortage here in the UK. So can't say you didn't blame me for not fueling it up. I tried actually, but this car has to run on 99 and I did not want to put anything less into it. So the basic plan with getting this thing back up and running, I'm due to actually take the car to a place called VGS. You guys will see quite a lot with those guys on the channel very soon. To actually have the coilovers fitted to the car. We're going to do some other handling bits as well whilst we're there, but whilst I'm there, I'm going to get them to replace the coil packs with the car. I'm actually just going to put the OEM ones back in because I've heard that that's generally the best thing to do with these things. You can go APR if you want some nice fancy colours or anything, but for longevity, apparently the OEM ones are slightly better. But similar to the Mark V, there's actually some other bits of work which need to be done to the car. I have managed to crack the windscreen on the car. Some of you guys may have noticed that in the tracks video. So that needs to get changed. And also I think I need to think about getting the car serviced again. I've only done a couple of thousand miles in it, but I just want to service the car and change the oil more often due to the fact that it's now tuned and running quite a bit of power. Apart from that, I don't think I've broken anything else. The two Golfs are down, but the 140 is still living on. That is now my daily, like I mentioned earlier on the video. So I think we'll hop on board that car, go for a nice drive, because actually, albeit no repair work needs to be done on that car, some more upgrades are needed. So let's hop on board that and go talk mods. So here we are then, out for a quick drive in the M140i, still being used for daily duties, that is for sure. In fact, mileage update on this thing, 21,592. So yeah, we're racking through the miles at the moment. I think I only crossed past 20,000 miles maybe a couple of weeks ago, if that. But yeah, what is to come with this car? So having now owned it now for about a year, there were two questions running through my mind. One, do I sell it? Or two, do I go stage 3 and really just change it up a bit and continue having fun with it? And I don't want to sell it, and I'm not going to sell it, because what do I replace it with? I've no idea, absolutely no idea. I haven't even began to think what I'd replace this car with. So it kind of does beg the question, do I go more? And basically I want to. So I'm currently going through stages of kind of researching what I want to do. Talking about turbos, by the way. So which turbo do I want? When do I want it? What am I looking at power wise? And so on and so forth. Basically where I'm at with it is essentially all I need to do with this car is do the turbo. Everything else supporting mods wise is already on the car. Although if I do go when I go stage 3, I want to upgrade the fuel pump again. I've got the B58 TU pump on this. Great pump, it does the job. But to be honest, in order to get the most out of it, a Dorch stage 2 high pressure fuel pump is advised. So that's my plan with that. And like I said about kind of changing things up a bit, really, I don't know, just bringing a new lease of life to the car, really. I've run it as it is for a while. The wrap is staying, to most of your guys' disappointment. I still love the wrap, but what is going to really change it is a set of new wheels, which I have for the car. They're being done at the moment. It's been quite a long process, but new wheels are coming soon for the car. It's going to really change the look of this car. It will make sense when you see it, but that's something which is coming soon as well. I've got a few other little trips and things planned with the car. I really want to get this thing over to Germany. Last time I had it on the Autobahn, it was still stock, I believe. It was still limited to 160 mile an hour. Of course, now being tuned and everything, that limiter has been taken off. So I'd love to see what this thing would get just flat out down an empty Autobahn. That would be awesome. So I'm trying to plan a kind of trip like that, but to be honest, it's just time at the moment for me. It's a lot of things going on in the background, yeah, it's very, very hectic, that is for sure. What else is there to say? I think that's it, actually. I don't think there's anything else. But I mean, in short, I'm absolutely loving this car, and there's still plenty more things I want to do to the car. But yeah, I mean, today's video has been a very talking based one. So yeah, sorry that I've been rambling on a lot, but I just wanted to update you guys about everything which is going on with the cars, what's maybe not so good about the cars at the moment, what's wrong with them, well, the Golfs that is, and also, yeah, just a general update really. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Once again, a big thank you to Car Vertical for the support with the channel lately. You can find all their links and things like that down in the description down below. But in short, I think that's going to wrap things up for me. Oh, actually, no, scrap that. There is one more problem with the Mark V, which I forgot to tell you guys earlier. The rear wheel bearings are shot as well, and that actually might be why the wheel speed sensors failed. I heard online that could be in conjunction and could cause that. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling on. It's been a very full-on video today. Lots of updates, lots of plans, but yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.